Well, let's try this again with some actual sound to it. Alrighty. So, um, 5 minute chart. 6 o'clock in the morning. Had a really great push off of a narrow state here. Um, could have been traded and right up through the open. Now, up in this area, we had a 1 hour order block that we tapped into and rejected off of. As soon as we broke the 930 candles low, I went short and I took it off not too far away. Um, made some money there. We had some great distribution to the downside. If I turn on our key levels, I don't have the key levels on this one. Um, let's see. Let's take that off. Let's put on key levels. I like having those on the charts, but I am going to be using just one chart here for a while. Um, so yeah, key levels, you can see we came down to New York low, which was also the previous day's low and the Monday low. Um, we didn't quite break either of those. And then we pushed up, nice reversal displacement here, came back down. Um, let's just take a quick look and see where that came down to. And if we put on, I don't know why I don't save this, um, the 7.0 and the 6.2, we make that our golden pocket. Okay. Um, you can see that once we had this nice displacement to the upside, we came back, never closed below the 7.0, and we ran. Oh, let me add one back into that because there is an important one. It's called the target. Let's put on the target. Mm, I don't like that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and make that yellow as well. And you can see we ran right straight back up to target. So perfect OTE entry here, back up to target. Would have been a really nice trade. That was what, 750, 750 to 895, so 150 points. Um, yeah, we just we blew that this afternoon. I was looking for the reversal. Unfortunately, I hit daily loss limit trying to get there. Being very aggressive on this account because day after tomorrow is my rebill. So we either blow it or it's boom or bust. We pass it or we blow it. Unfortunately, I just wasn't patient enough looking for the reversal. I mean, we did bounce off the 6.2, so I took that as an OTE signal. Um, and once we got back above the 33, I started scaling in, and then it pulled back and took me out. And we came back down, made a higher low, started moving back up above the 33, started scaling in, boom, knocked me out. Finally came down to the 7.0 and took off from there. So yeah, just that was that was my bad not being patient enough. Is all it was. Um, you know, shouldn't have waited for the 33. I very easily could have just taken the 6.2 immediately and got this run up. Would have been nice. Break the high, get out of the trade, wait for the pullback to the 6.2, get out. It doesn't make a new high. We get a color change, get out. Come down to the 7.0, get back in, boom, hold, 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 hold. There we go. And by 4 o'clock, the account would have been passed, right? So I didn't trade this well. Um, and that's okay. That happens, especially when you get into that mindset of I'm either going to pass or fail it. You tend to get a little bit quick on the trigger pulls or late on the trigger pulls. Either way, both ways, um, and you end up killing yourself in consolidation. Um, could have just waited for the manipulation move that hit the 7-0, and we would have been golden, um, or just read price action better uh, inside of the consolidation, which has never been my strong point. So I'm not mad at it. I've got $800 left in the account to trade for tomorrow, and tomorrow will be a boomer bust. Um, I need to make 30, 32, no, 4,200 past the account. Um, it is what it is. If I'm above $2,000 in profit, I may cut it there and just go ahead and eat the rebill. Um, but if I'm below $2,000 in profit, you better believe um, I'm going to be scaling myself into 5 minis as quickly as possible when I see a location that I think I can grab. And like I said, either boom or bust the account uh, before the rebill gets here because there's no activation fee on these accounts. So, you know, I would rather just blow it up before the rebill and start over at the rebill. Um, I'm in this situation because it was an account that I've had for a while, just never traded. I was focused on other accounts, and I just happened to realize that hey, this account's been sitting here for a month. You need to do something with it. So, um, you know, gives me a chance to do some aggressive trading and try to find the right spots. So we'll get back at it tomorrow, see what happens. And in the ETF account, I completely screwed that up today too. I turned the bot on. I hadn't used the bot in a couple of days. When I was using it, I was on micros. So I had it set to take 10 micros. Uh, and the very first trade it took, of course, I can only take 5 minis. I was on the mini chart. So when it entered the trade, it immediately entered the trade with 5 minis and went to my 40-point stop loss. So I lost $800 on that trade. And that was all I could trade on that account for the day. So I still have $1,200 in drawdown on that account, um, and we'll be trading it tomorrow as well. Um, just stupid technical error on that one. Um, not the bot's fault, not the market's fault, just purely my fault. It's never the market's fault. The market does what the market does. We're the ones that have to trade it. But so I'm not unhappy with the day. It was a technical error. It's something I got to watch and pay more attention to. On the ETF account. This account, I'm at a boom or bust mentality. So I really don't care either way. Um, I'm either going to get to 2000 or more in profit on the account, or I'm going to blow it up and take the rebill as a reset. So because they don't give you a reset credit if you get rebuild, so you might as well just take your shot and pass it or get close to passing it or blow it up. So I have a cake in the oven, so I am going to call it here. We had great distribution. After the distribution, we had accumulation, we had manipulation, and we went back into distribution. Um, so I would love to see accumulation through the overnight, some manipulation in the morning, and then catch that next distribution leg, whether it be up or down, doesn't really matter. So until then, hope everybody has a blessed evening, and we will see you tomorrow.